everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are having an absolutely amazing day. Today I am very happy to bring you the island tour for my Animal Crossing Elegant / Princess Core Island. I finally got around to finishing it all after a few months of a little bit of a break from the game, just so I don't get burnt out. But it's finally all done, so I'm ready to give you the tour. That being said, I'm gonna hop and skip over to the airport so we can start from there. Alrighty, here we are at the beginning of my island at the airport. Now, I never did getting around to making an island flag. I might try doing that for my next island, but we shall see. But once you start on my island, I have this cute little entranceway with waterfalls and a little bridge. I have this little kind of like stepping stone hop across to, I don't know, I want to call this a gazebo, but I'm not quite sure what I would call it, surrounded by the waterfalls. I think it's really cute, little hideaway, like secret garden kind of vibe to it. I thought that it was really cute, so I added it in. But from my entranceway, I have two different paths, one that leads up and one that leads to the side. When we head over this way, we kind of go to my campsite area. And look at that! I have a villager in my campsite, ironically enough. I did not plan that at all. For my campsite, I put like a little volleyball net here and just some palm trees. I'm not the greatest at decorating beaches, especially not like with this kind of elegant theme, so I didn't really do much. I did add a little bonfire here so that if the villagers wanted, they could sit by the fire at night, and as well as made this little fire pit here. Now, I believe this fire pit is one of the newer items that was added to the game, and I'm absolutely in love with it. Actually, correct me if I'm wrong. I have no idea if this is one of the newer items. So if it is, that would be awesome, but if not, just let me know. I could very well be wrong. Either way, I absolutely find it adorable, and going with the log chairs and couch, I think it's just adorable. Now taking the other path, we are led to this beautiful looking sunken garden area with two giant statues on either side. I am absolutely in love with this section of my island. It is by far one of my favorites. If you do want to see how this section was built, I do have a speed build on my channel. I will link that down below. But I used a lot of the little stars and the mossy DIYs for this little sunken garden. Easily one of my favorite areas, and that leads up to my castle. However, I'm gonna try to save that for last, or I guess second to last. We'll see. We'll see how I'm able to work this. I've never done a tour before, so I could be very well messing this up. But over to the left, I have two villager houses. I tried to make like a little garden area. I love that I can see the tops of these. Again, I want to call it like little gazebos, but I know that's not the proper name, where the flowers are on top of it. I think it's super cute. But then to also have the waterfalls in front of their homes. And just following the path backwards, I have like a little farm. Since we did get farming in the 2.0 update, I definitely want to do a farm, but I didn't want to have just like your basic 4x4 plot. So I tried to space it out a little bit more, and give it a little bit more dimension, I guess. I think it's really cute. I incorporated a bunch of different fences here. And look at this bunny! I love the rabbit. Again, I don't remember if this is a new item that was added in the 2.0 or an old one, but I am in love with it. It is so cute. But following the path down to the far left side of my island, we have Nook's Cranny here. Now it is very early in the morning. I have my island set to 5 a.m. August 12th. I did time travel back to the States, but Nook's Cranny is closed. But leading up to it, I have this cute little orchard with some of the different fruits that aren't normally seen on my island, along with lanterns, and then I added a cute little picnic area using some custom path codes, which I will link all the codes used in my island down below. There's a path that leads to the left that's basically just like a little outlook area. if I open up my area, you can kind of see that I have fencing here. It's hard to tell from the position that like the camera angle's on, but it's like a little balcony overlooking the ocean. To the right is my castle, but again, I want to leave that to the very end, so we're gonna head back down through the farm and head over to the right-hand side of my island. Oh, I love, out of all the times in Animal Crossing that you can like play on, I love early morning. I don't know why, I think it's very cute, but here we have resident services. I just kind of made resident services a little bit sunken. I'm always unsure of how to decorate this area. Like, I wish that we could like decorate like either the pathing, change up the bricks, or even the outside of resident services, because I love the look of it. Sometimes it doesn't always work. I added another little picnic area in here. It's adorable. So I've had my villager once sit down right here and it looked like they were having a picnic, and it was so cute and I absolutely loved it. But leading up from there, we have like a little bench for our villagers to sit on, even though, at least in my case, they never do sit there. For some reason, they'll always sit in the middle of the path. Once again, the path branches upwards, but we will be visiting that area later. I'm going to take you down to the bottom right-hand side of my island. So following the staircase down, I made like a little castle wall area just to kind of separate the different sections. But from here, if we go to the right, I have stairs leading down into this little seating area for a little cafe bakery that I made on the beach, which I think is so cute. I'm absolutely in love with these panels on the back, and then being able to see the Able sisters peek through at the very top with the hedges and the iron and stone fences. I think it's so, so cute. But I also have a way still to get through here, so if I want to go on a cabin boat tour, I can. I did leave my dock undecorated this time just so it's a little bit of an easier access to get to cabin, although I might decorate my dock in my next island. Now, following this path to the right, we have a little bit of a waterfall and a jumping stepping stone, I guess, to find Judy's house over here. I gave them like this little secluded section of the island where they have their own little private beach to themselves and a little bit of a farm. That way they're able to grow their own vegetables and I guess fruits. I've been told that a tomato is a fruit. I grew up knowing that it's a vegetable, but then again, I could be very wrong and mistaken. But I think forever in my mind, a tomato will be a vegetable, even though some people call it a fruit. Let me know down in the comments, is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable for you? But going back up the stairs and to the right, we do have the Able sisters. So this is the area right above the bakery. You can kind of see the panels down below there. It has a little bit of a seating area and almost like a little coffee stand I made here. That way if if our little friends want to go and get some coffee on their break, they're able to. But following the path still up to the right more, I have another little bench followed by a little neighborhood. I have two more houses here, a little fountain in the middle, which I think is absolutely adorable. I tried to create like little nooks and crannies for my villagers to make them kind of feel like they had their own space separate from the rest of my island. Now, the path we saw before leading up does also connect to this area. It just kind of loops around like this. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with this area. I got stuck. So I thought, why not make it a little bit of like a loop-de-loop? And then the path leads upwards to just more overgrown foresty areas. But if you look up, you can kind of see the makeshifts of a little garden up ahead. But if we follow the path along, I have yet another neighborhood. This path down here, again, is just the same one that we saw before. It just leads up. But I have a little bit of a bigger neighborhood this time. I have a little secret Zen garden here as well. But I just put 4 homes up here. This is right behind the resident services. You can kind of see like the statues I had lining the back end of it. I thought this is also really nifty. I had this giant space of land on this side of my island on the top right that I had no idea what I wanted to do with or how to decorate. So I put all of my houses here just to make space while I was decorating the rest. And I went, you know what? Why not make a large neighborhood. I also added this little cave in the back, and it kind of glows, but hidden behind the trees and the fence, I feel like it fits very well and looks like, it doesn't look like its own piece in my mind. It kind of just, it fits with everything. But following the path up, we once again have a split to the left and right. I'm going to take you all up right first. This is my overgrown garden section. This is more of, in terms of like the castle that my island has, is like the forgotten or leftover garden that has been overrun with flowers and with statues. I tried to use, I believe they're the beautiful statues, these tiny ones, because they had like the arms chopped off kind of. I thought that they kind of looked like they were falling apart almost, if that makes sense. So I added those to kind of give it that overgrown feel, and then I just let my flowers go wild. I did pattern my black and white flowers a little bit, but other than that, for the rest of them, I kind of let them grow as wild and as full as possible to give it that overgrown feel almost. But following the path to the right of that, we get a little bit more structured. There's a little bit more spaces. It's not as overgrown. And this is where my museum is. I absolutely love this fountain. This is one of the newer items that came in the update. And did you know that you could sit on it? It took me forever to figure out that you could sit on it. But you can sit on this. I have some trees on either side. Again, some more ruined pillars. And in the background, I do have more castle walls, since this would be considered like the sideline of the castle, or like the right section. So here as well, there's this path leads down to my little neighborhood again. So I have a lot of paths that loop and wind and intertwine with each other. So it creates this a little bit of a maze. But here is my museum. And then for last but not least, it goes back into my castle. Now for this part, I want you all to be able to take in the castle in its full glory. So we're gonna follow the path down to where my sunken garden is, and we can enjoy that amazing scene once again. I think my castle and my sunken garden are by far my favorite builds on this island. I think that they turned out so well. It was something very different from what I normally do in my builds. Typically I do very rustic or cottagecore, but once again here we have our little sunken garden, our main entrance to the castle, our little glowing pond, which I am in love with. And again, I wanted to keep that kind of ruined vibe to it, so I did use some of like the ruined arch and ruined pillars along with some of the actual pillars itself, just so it kind of gets that slightly overgrown but not quite feel, I guess. I have two statues bowing to you as you enter through the castle walls. I think this is kind of cool. And then as you enter in, you have my castle finally. I made two little courtyards, I guess, with just a tree in the middle on each side to kind of decorate it with some pillars up front. This was the path that leads over to the museum. And then over to the left, the path leads to Nook's Cranny. So those are the two sections that we were at before that I just didn't follow the path so we could enjoy this at the end. But this is my castle. I used a lot of the castle walls, and then I also used those gazebos, the white and blue gazebos. I think it added like a nice little dome roof to the castle. I do wish I could have put one in the middle where they have that gap there. I did try, the game wouldn't let me put one. There wasn't enough room, sadly. So it has that little opening, unfortunately. But the little domes actually remind me of a scene from the 12 Dancing Princesses. Their bedroom actually has a dome in the castle, so I kind of use that as inspiration to add it in. And then of course our little knights of armor and my mailbox. But from the inside, I just have my house tucked in neatly between all the different towers and walls. So it looks like you are entering the castle, and your house just is that kind of castle vibe, I guess. But this is my Animal Crossing island. Again, I apologize for the odd structure to the video, I guess. I've never done an island tour before, so this was the first time I'd ever had to do one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I am probably going to get ready to restart my island soon, within the next week or so. So if you have any ideas for themes, because I don't have an idea yet, please let me know, because I'm not sure what I want to do with my next island. But as always, if you like this video, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I will be posting more Animal Crossing content more regularly now. I also stream Animal Crossing along with a bunch of other games over on my Twitch. I'll have that link down below. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I shall see you in the next one.